The committee has met, and after careful consideration, the recommended name for President of the Central Jamaica Conference for 2022 through to 2026 is Pastor Nevail Barrett.
Those who are in favor, could you raise your white card? Thank you. Those opposed, by your blue cards. It's carried. Brother President.
Mission. For me, it is not merely a terminology or hypothetical concept. It's a way of life. Every day begins with a sense of responsibility and purpose. Leadership is not about a title or an office. It is loving, Christ-centered service to God and humanity that motivates others to carry out God's purpose. This mission was never carried by one person alone. It was the collaborative effort of administrators, departmental directors, workers, pastors, institutional leaders, and faithful members across the parishes of Manchester, Clarendon, and St. Catherine.
The reporting period reflected a conference intentionally repositioned for expanded mission impact while remaining firmly committed to proclaiming the everlasting gospel and preparing people for the soon return of Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. They're ready for you in studio.
House. Thank you for this.
You're well.
The Central Jamaica Conference experienced significant growth in evangelism, education, humanitarian outreach, digital ministry, stewardship, and organizational development. For this, we glorify God and thank Him for the moving of the Holy Spirit.
Spiritual growth and Christian conduct. The conference deepened discipleship and spiritual engagement through 4 pastors' retreats, 8 workers' meetings, 3 prayer conventions, 12 parish conventions, 8 men's and women's conventions, 4 camp meetings and lay institutes, and multiple leadership development initiatives.
We want to say a very special welcome to the Portmore Deaf Church community who are joining us, and they are participating in the worship. Welcome.
The conference also continued to support the deaf community through the ministry of the Deaf Church, nurturing through regular worship services and discipleship opportunities to equip members to participate fully in the life and mission of the church. Federation officers, Bible workers, and lay preachers attended the Jamaica Union Conference's celebration of the laity in Montego Bay on Sabbath, June 21, 2025. Over 122 persons received certification and pins. Another major highlight was the 2024 Women's Retreat, which brought together over 222 participants from Jamaica and overseas for spiritual renewal and empowerment. 3 weekly radio programs are designed to keep members spiritually connected and growing throughout the week. Morning Manna, Heralds of Hope, and Lifeline. Collectively, we have produced a total of 2,496 radio programs over the quadrennium, with an average listenership of 5,000 to 10,000 persons annually. The conference's digital ministry experienced significant growth throughout the quadrennium, serving as a vital platform for evangelism, discipleship, and member engagement. through flagship programs such as Moments, Jewels, Church at Study, CIA, Talk Priorities, members and viewers were consistently informed, inspired, and spiritually nurtured. To enhance the quality of our online and in-person worship experiences, the conference invested in a state-of-the-art tiled LCD video wall, significantly improving production capabilities and audience engagement. The impact of these digital initiatives is reflected in the remarkable growth of the CJC online church. Subscribers increased from 21,914 in 2022 to more than 38,700 by 2025 and have now surpassed 40,700. This expanded reach has strengthened the conference's capacity for digital evangelism and discipleship, resulting in individuals from across the Caribbean, the United States, Dubai, and other regions making decisions for Christ and surrendering their lives to the Lord. Similarly, the CJC prayer platform experienced substantial growth, increasing from approximately 5,400 participants to more than 9,500 subscribers. Social media engagement, with Facebook followers exceeding 18,500 and Instagram growing from just over 2,200 followers to more than 3,439. Collectively, these platforms have extended the conference's influence in the digital mission field. Humanitarian service and development.
We begin with Hurricane Beryl. It has hit Jamaica with winds recorded of nearly 150 miles an hour.
During its aftermath, the conference offered immediate disaster relief support to church and community members.
Since Hurricane Beryl, things have been challenging, and I was very surprised today to see the variety of items that was offered to us.
As the conference worked on its full recovery, we experienced the devastation of another hurricane. Melissa struck in October 2025. This time, the conference launched the Rebuilding Hope initiative, coordinating rapid response and disaster relief efforts through the Community Services Department, the Builders League, ASI, and OSE. They assisted members and non-members in the CJC territory, as well as more than 1,340 families in the worst affected areas of West and North Jamaica Conferences. These response efforts included more than 15 million Jamaican dollars in support for care packages and rebuilding assistance. Additionally, more than 18 houses were built, repaired, or refurbished as part of humanitarian and prayer ministry outreach projects. In addition to disaster response, the conference demonstrated its Christ-centered compassion through its annual Week of Kindness activities and the conference food pantry. A consistent commitment to its welfare ministry through the operation of the food pantry, spending an average 800,000 Jamaican dollars per month to keep it supplied. This resulted in the Community Services Department distributing over 22,000 food and care packages. The Wheel initiative focused on welfare, health, education, empowerment, and local community support, distributed in excess of 45.4 million Jamaican dollars to support families, students, churches, and communities in need. We also allocated 30% of the Conference-Wide Development Fund, CWD, to parish-based development through the Parish Development Action Committees, PDACs, during the 2022 to 2025 quadrennium. A total of $45,197,240.75 was distributed, with 44% allocated to St. Catherine, 32% to Manchester, and 24% to Clarendon. These funds supported church construction and renovation, welfare assistance, education and health initiatives, disaster response, and community relief programs across the conference territory. Operation Save a Youth, OSE, mobilized more than 6,000 youth volunteers conference-wide, completing over 100 community projects, including painting, construction, beautification, road clearance, cleanup campaigns, home repairs, and evangelistic outreach. Prison ministries demonstrated Christ's compassion through a variety of outreach initiatives that benefited inmates, correctional officers, and their families. The administration was very strategic in employing a civil engineer to serve as our development officer in the person of Mrs. Tamara Clark. Under her watch, the Builders League was established to assist local churches with building projects.
I know a number of us, we have the skill, but we don't have the certification, right? And that's why we have partnered with Heartshot so that on the job while we're improving our churches, you can be certified on the spot.
They also assist with land titling, boundary identification for church properties, and project management oversight. The Central Jamaica Conference currently occupies 237 properties across its 3 parishes. Of this total, 5 are rented or leased, and 232 are conference-owned. Some properties that had been occupied under lease or other informal arrangements were successfully purchased. Among the properties acquired were those at Crescent and Greenvale, as well as the commercial building now occupied by the Twickenham congregation. The Twickenham purchase, in particular, marked a significant achievement after many years of negotiations and unsuccessful attempts. It was made possible through the generous contributions of Dr. Errol Bryce and Pastor Winston Crawford. We express sincere appreciation for their selfless support and shared commitment to the mission. At present, 94 of the owned properties have registered titles, representing approximately 40%. Despite legal hurdles, 9 titles were secured, and a further 25 properties are being processed while work continues to address legal documentation for the remaining properties. During the quadrennial period, the conference established 3 new companies, Manningsfield, Fairburn, and Charlemont Scheme, and recorded the organization of Silent Hill, Riches, Mexico. Church development efforts also included the dedication of the White Shop and Mount Prospect churches and the groundbreaking for the expansion of the Dunsinane Church. The number of organized churches increased from 208 to 212, reflecting a 2% growth, while districts remained unchanged at 54. Membership grew from 105,798 to 114,682, an increase of 8.4%, and the workforce expanded from 206 to 220 workers, reflecting a 5.8% increase. Health and family wellness. Health and family wellness impacted thousands through major health initiatives included annual H.S. Walters Health Summit, health fairs across multiple communities, overseas medical mission partnerships, wellness hikes, Pan Jam Sports Days, 5K Run Walk activities, 2 Operation Big Blessings community outreach initiatives, and the Women's Ministries Department inaugural Pink 5K Run Walk and Health Fair. Held in partnership with Family of God 7th Adventist Church, the event registered 348 participants and raised over $337,000 for the Cancer Assistance Fund, which assisted 2 cancer patients through sponsorship and support initiatives. The H.S. Walters Health Center remained one of the conference's flagship community ministries, serving over 10,000 patients annually through family medicine, dentistry, and other specialized services. The service capacity of the health center was strengthened as it welcomed its first full-time resident doctor and also a full-time registered nurse. They continue major repositioning by forging partnerships with ASHIA, IAD Healthcare, and Andrews Memorial Hospital. Family ministries strengthened homes and relationships through 2 couples retreats, singles virtual lounge programs, Christian Home and Family Weeks, and Prepare Enrich certification training, which equipped 58 pastors in marriage and family counseling techniques. 40 qualified family life educators were also trained to function as first responders to family crises and to provide guidance and counsel within their respective pastoral districts on matters pertaining to family life. The counseling service experienced significant growth throughout the quadrennium, providing approximately 616 hours of free structured counseling services to individuals and families. The partnership with Kuna Caribbean Insurance Jamaica Limited through the Family Indemnity Plan continued to experience positive financial performance during the period. From 2022 to 2025, the program recorded a net portfolio growth of 252 units compared to 58 units in the previous quadrennium, with 2025 achieving the highest annual growth of 105 units and a record 157 enrollments. Active membership now exceeds 1,887 participants. Between July 2022 and December 2025, claims totaling $136 million were paid, providing critical support to members and their families. To strengthen program continuity and administration, Manager Denise Brown developed the CJC Kuna User Manual in 2023 and updated it in 2026. Additionally, 155 coordinators were trained through annual workshops, and promotional videos were produced to increase awareness and participation in the Family Indemnity Plan across the conference. In the midst of life comes death. The conference mourned the passing of workers and retirees. Education, training, communication, and empowerment. Education institutions across the conference continued to demonstrate strong academic and enrollment performance. The Willardine Group of Schools maintained enrollment levels ranging from 680 to 723 students, including 123 early childhood students, 363 preparatory students, and 194 high school students, supported by over 50 teachers, chaplains, and counselors. Campbell's Castle Preparatory School also experienced enrollment growth from 92 students in 2023 to 109 students by 2025. Both institutions consistently achieved 100% PEP placement rates, with students being placed on Pathway 1 or 2. Willardine High School maintained CSEC pass rates ranging from 72% to 79%, while City and Guilds programs recorded pass rates as high as 94% in English skills and 76% in customer skills. Education Week emerged as a flagship initiative promoting Adventist education. The program expanded significantly between 2023 and 2025, culminating in the launch of the inaugural EduFocus magazine in 2025 with over 200 printed copies and electronic distributions. Meanwhile, we invested heavily in educator and leadership development through Teachers Retreat, with 83 participants, and an education leadership seminar where 48 participants from 14 schools were trained. The conference continues to support the Education Foundation for Children Care Incorporation, EFCCI. We made a significant contribution to the renovation of the current facility, in addition to the monthly contribution of our members on their tithe envelopes. The conference expresses sincere appreciation to the Hutchinson family for establishing and sustaining the Joseph M. and Faye E. Hutchinson Scholarship Fund in honor of Pastor Joseph M. Hutchinson's legacy of service and commitment to Christian education. They provided a total of $3.2 million in scholarships to both Adventists and non-Adventist students across the conference. Scholarships were also made available through the Wheel Fund, further expanding opportunities for students to pursue their academic goals. The conference intensified its focus on leadership development and digital ministry through symposiums, training institutes, and workshops. More than 450 communicators were trained in audio engineering, video production, photography, live streaming, storytelling, social media management, event planning, graphic design, and digital discipleship through 2 biannual communication symposiums. Through the efforts of the Communication Department's Tech Smart initiative, partnerships with Heart NSTA Trust resulted in 50 communicators being certified for professional development. Additional empowerment initiatives included stewardship symposiums, colporteur congresses, women's leadership webinars and conferences, 2 music and worship workshops, children's ministry certification programs, vacation Bible school. Training for the laity in personal and public evangelism was also done at our yearly Lay Institute and camp meeting. Adventist Possibility Ministries strengthened its mission of inclusion, accessibility, and empowerment for persons with disabilities and their families through a range of impactful initiatives, including the annual Sports Day, Hope in Motion wheelchair assessment training, wheelchair distribution, and spiritual enrichment programs conducted across all 3 parishes. Evangelism, discipleship, and conservation. At the center of everything remains the mission of saving souls for the kingdom of God through the workings of the Holy Spirit. An intentional thrust to revive and strengthen the spirit of evangelism among pastors and laity was initiated. Over the period, major evangelistic series were conducted in the parish of Manchester, in Newport, Christiana, Mandeville, and Porus, in Clarendon at Mineral Heights, Maypen, Denbigh, Chapelton, and Lionel Town, and in St. Catherine, Old Harbour, Portmore, Ewerton, Spanish Town, and Glengough. During the period 2022 to 2026, we recorded a total of 11,321 baptisms, compared to 2018 to 2021 with 7,167. The difference of 4,154 baptisms for the period represents an increase of 57.9%. Several pastors and lay preachers distinguished themselves as centurions during the quadrennium. 2 pastors achieved the exceptional milestone of becoming double centurions in 2025. Pastor Joel Shillingford with 207 baptisms and Pastor Sharvon Clark with 205. 5 lay preachers baptized more than 100 souls during the quadrennium. Delroy Ferguson recorded a remarkable 450 baptisms. Bible workers likewise played a pivotal role in advancing the mission of the church. 17 recorded more than 150 baptisms during the period, while Alicia Cooper Mitchell recorded an outstanding 1,187 baptisms, surpassing the 1,000 soul milestone. The consistent involvement of the colporteurs also enhanced both their individual ministry and the collective mission of the church. Through their efforts, approximately 20,000 missionary books, including priority magazines, tracts, and other missionary literature, were distributed. The quadrennium commenced with 36 active colporteurs. Promotions were done, and with an active recruitment program led by Associate Director Mrs. Marjorie Edwards, we ended the quadrennium with 54 active and vibrant colporteurs.
These statistics reflect sustained growth, increased member involvement, strengthened evangelistic leadership, and a continued commitment to the mission, resulting in one of the most productive evangelistic periods in the history of the Central Jamaica Conference. Discipleship and member retention remain a priority for the Central Jamaica Conference. As a result, intentional efforts were made throughout the period to nurture and retain those who were baptized into the faith.
Under the leadership of Ruth Walcott, significant strides were taken to strengthen the discipleship process across the conference. Annual New Believers Conventions were conducted to encourage and support recently baptized members, while local churches established New Believers classes to provide ongoing mentorship, spiritual guidance, and integration into church life. To support these efforts, The conference acquired between 2,000 and 3,000 New Believers Bibles and discipleship resources containing the fundamental beliefs of the church, which were distributed to new members, local churches, and discipleship coordinators. An updated discipleship handbook was also produced, providing guidance on Jesus' method of discipleship, the responsibilities of local elders, nurturing committee structures, reporting new systems for new believers, and membership retention strategies. Prayer, unity, and stewardship. Prayer and unity remained the heartbeat of the conference throughout the quadrennium. Time and again, members testified to the power of believers coming together in prayer, seeking God's guidance, intervention, and blessing upon His work. Through initiatives such as the 40 Days of Prayer and the 65 Days of Prayer in 2026, members across the conference united in seasons of revival, spiritual renewal, and earnest intercession. Daily online prayer meetings, stewardship symposiums, and workers' appreciation programs further strengthened the bonds of fellowship and dependence upon God. The conference is deeply grateful for the dedicated prayer ministries leaders and prayer warriors who faithfully stood in the gap for the church. Month after month, they gathered for conference prayer sessions, lifting up the needs of members, pastors, leaders, and congregations before the Lord. Their steadfast commitment reminded us that behind every ministry's success, every soul won, and every challenge overcome was a praying church seeking God's direction and power.
There is power in communion with God. There is power in prayer with God. And we need to have that intimate relationship with God for ourselves.
At the beginning of 2022, the conference faced a challenging financial environment, with working capital standing at negative 23.3 million Jamaican dollars and liquidity under considerable pressure. However, through deliberate financial management strategies implemented by the administration, the faithful stewardship of our members, and the diligent work of our Treasury Department, the conference successfully reversed this position, improved its liquidity year after year, strengthened its cash reserves, and established a more stable financial foundation for future growth and ministry. Gross tithes increased by 15.83% in 2022, 23.13% in 2023, 3.46% in 2024, and 6.61% in 2025. While the growth moderated to 3.4% in 2024, this slowdown can be attributed largely to rising inflation and severe climate-related disruptions that affected economic activity across the territory. Combined world budget and mission offerings recorded strong growth, increasing by 30.84% in 2022, 24.96% in 2023, 4.99% in 2024, and 7.29% in 2025. These results demonstrate the continued generosity of our members despite challenging economic conditions. Other major milestone achievements included: CJC was the leading conference in the Jamaica Union in evangelism and stewardship, to name a few. The upgrading of many contract workers to permanent employment status. The transitioning of ministerial graduates from budget positions to interns, strengthening the pastoral internship program. The installation of solar grid tie systems at the Willardine Group of Schools and conference headquarters, reducing dependence on the electrical grid by approximately 72%, resulting in substantial savings in energy costs. The conference voting and approval of the architectural designs for the office expansion project, the long-awaited community village, and the CJC amphitheater. The conference achieved a remarkable 98.7% rating in the Inter-American Division IAD 360 Secretariat evaluation, earning the prestigious designation of Approved with Excellence. This outstanding performance positioned the Central Jamaica Conference second within the Jamaica Union and third across the Inter-American Division. This milestone was the collaborative efforts of present and former executive secretaries, present and former administrative assistants to the Secretariat, whose commitment and diligence to accurate record-keeping made this achievement possible. The ordination of 14 pastors to the gospel ministry. The enhancement of communication capabilities through new technology initiatives. The development of the H.S. Walters Health Center, resulting in the provision of expanded service to the communities served. A full-time medical doctor is now employed by the center. The launch and celebration of the 65th anniversary of God's leading in the Central Jamaica Conference through church and community development.
While we celebrate these achievements, we also acknowledge ongoing challenges, including migration. The continued migration of skilled workers and committed members has affected our human resource capabilities. Membership retention. Retaining members and nurturing them into mature disciples remains an ongoing priority of Central Jamaica Conference. Disaster recovery. Limited resources have constrained the conference's ability to adequately respond to and recover from the effects of Hurricanes Beryl and Melissa. Stewardship challenges. Increased reliance on online worship has impacted faithful stewardship and financial support for the mission of the church. Declining fellowship. Reduced physical attendance has weakened opportunities for fellowship, mentorship, and congregational engagement. Youth empowerment. The post-COVID disconnect has made it more difficult to reach our young people. Economic challenges. Inflation and the rising cost of living continue to affect the livelihood of our members and place significant constraints on mission, church expansion, and project implementation. Through every challenge, every victory, and every milestone, we can raise our Ebenezer and declare, "Hitherto hath the Lord helped us." By the grace of God, we will expand digital evangelism through increased training and stronger online presence across our churches. Equip members to navigate the digital world responsibly, including understanding the Data Protection Act and identifying credible information. Conduct an annual membership analysis to better understand trends and support retention efforts. Improve best practices in local church governance, protocol, and leadership. Improve accessibility, safety, and security of our facilities for all our worshipers. Secure legal documentation for church properties to ensure the protection and responsible stewardship of denominational assets. And to develop intentional and sustainable programs that cater to the needs of our families. Upon reflection of this quadrennial journey, my foremost gratitude is to God for His unfailing guidance, protection, and providence through every challenge and every success. His leadership has sustained the work and mission of our conference throughout this period. I also express sincere thanks to my family, my wife Carlene, my daughter Nevail, for your understanding, sacrifices, love, prayers, and support during this period. A big thank you to my extended family as well. I extend heartfelt appreciation to my fellow administrators, departmental directors, executive committee members, and the dedicated staff at the conference headquarters whose commitment, leadership, and support have helped advance the mission here in Central Jamaica Conference. Special thanks to our IT specialists, Ms. Mishka May Bonner, and to the administrative assistants, Mrs. Claudette Grant and Mrs. Lisette Martin, who faithfully served the office of the President and contributed to the smooth operation of the conference. To our pastors, principals, educational and health professionals, colporteurs, prayer ministers, federation officers, lay preachers, Bible workers, farmer workers, local church elders, departmental leaders, and the entire church family, your dedication, sacrifice, and steadfast service have made a lasting impact on our conference. I also acknowledge our members and friends in the diaspora whose prayers and support have strengthened the work here in Central Jamaica Conference. May God continue to bless you richly as we celebrate 65 years of grace, growth, and gratitude.
Jesus says in Matthew 24:40, "This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come." Therefore, I invite you to join us in sharing hope as together we go, living the mission.